Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new game is in store. Game 2 of the Twin Bill right here as the final chapter in the regular season, but 2026 edition between the Crusaders and the Black Raiders happen right now. So game 1 recap here. It was quite the battle. 9 combined hits, 7 belonging to the Black Raiders, 2 belonging to Heelan. But it seemed like it was almost hitless the way that the pitchers were going out there and attacking. Again, 8 strikeouts here for Chamberlain on the day, 4 strikeouts here for Gaswin. Both of them going the distance. Of course, Gaswin just 5 away from that limit here. Had to get pulled, and Lefevre comes on in. And, of course, the walk-off fielder's choice to win it here for the Black Raiders as they improve their mark to 36 wins on the season. And now, Chad, what a game we got here in store for us. We got Bodie Calling, Sioux City East all-time leader in career wins on the mound. I mean, you go from one guy who's just dealing to another guy who has pedigree behind him.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's one of the best, and he's going to bring it tonight, and the Crusaders are going to have to step up against some really tough pitching in Game 2. There's no let up in this.
No let up. And what I love here, Chad, is that this is late in the year. The postseason brackets have already been released. Yet you have Bodie Calling, you have Gaswin, you have Champlin as well, and of course you've got Lefevre coming on in. Both of these teams really, really want to win these games.
Yeah, that's the rivalry, right? And neither one of these teams are going to back down. They're going to bring the best, and that's what we got here. That was some high heat there by Cowling, but it was up and away.
Yeah, boy, you got to be careful with that again. Calling, all-time career wins leader, 37 years in the mix. That one gets hit on the shallow right field, and coming on will be Claiborne. You know, for a guy who is going to play a Big Ten linebacker here next year, he can move.
Yeah, he moves well, plays the outfield well. Good running catch there by him going toward the line.
I mean, you see guys his size and his stature unable to really get that kind of fluid motion out there. They trust him out there. Ball's tailing away from him. He ends up finding just fine. And, I mean, it's just a testament to the athlete that he is as we go ahead and now bring up Erickson back to the plate here. First time here in Game 2. That one on a chopper. That one all the way over to first he goes, and a ground out to third as McCaffrey sets down out number 2.
Well, the Crusaders are being aggressive here early in the game. I think they know that Cowling's going to throw a lot of strikes, and so we need to be ready to hit those strikes when they come into the hitting zone.
The next pitch, the first one to Caleb Lefevre, struck a double in Game 1. Again, also came in to try and shut the door defensively. The 1-0 is chopped back foul. We split it now 1-1. And, I got to say, too, anywhere you go down the line here in both of these teams, they have a lot of lineage that plates here. Obviously, the guy at the plate right now, as he chops that one foul for strike 2. Again, Jeff Lefevre, his father, how cool is it to have somebody like that who's been around the game, been around the game so long, obviously coaches travel ball, a guy like that who's seen these guys outside as well. And again, you have too, to be able to see these guys outside and to see what they're doing now, you have a really good picture of where they're at.
Right, exactly. To have Jeff in town here, a lot of baseball knowledge, and tremendous resource for the community of baseball here in Northwest Iowa. And
that one goes for the strikeout, and it's a pause moment there. First strikeout for Calling on the night. 1, 2, 3, here go Heelan. And we're going to go ahead and take a bit of a break. When we come back, it will be the Black Raiders, Jepson, Claiborne, Koch kicking us off. It's Game 2 coming right around the corner.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last. because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the bottom half of inning number 1. And we got Moravec on the mound here for the Crusaders here. We talked about Bodie calling. What can we expect out of Moravec here?
So Moravec, left-handed thrower. He mixes it up quite a bit. A lot of off-speed stuff. So, Heelan going with a power arm behind Gaswin in game 1, and now they're going off-speed in game 2 from the other side, right? So we'll see. This is going to be this is the biggest test that Moravec has had this season.
Yes.
Through some really difficult inning over the weekend, and really pitched well after running into some difficulties. So I think he showed this coaching staff quite a bit, and so I'm excited to see what he can do here. This is a very big stage for him.
Yes.
He is a junior, but this is, without any doubt, the biggest start he's made in his Heelan Crusader career.
And by the way, kudos to you to getting through the through-throughs.
And that's right. That's not so easy, especially after you've already done one game, right?
Exactly.
I'm trying to stay hydrated, but
yeah, it is. I gotta say, it's bad here. It's worse on the field.
Yeah.
That is a hot box and a half. So anybody out there, you got to give kudos to these guys giving 110% on basically the sun.
Yeah, and then Jensen swinging through that outside pitch there by Mason. Mason's up in the count.
1-2 turns to 2-2, and Jensen making you work here. That's prototypical of a lot of good leadoff guys. Prototypical ace leadoff man here, batting .505 on the year. 2 hits in the last game, and I swear even if he strikes out, he is really analyzing the game.
Well, Jepson he's putting up crooked numbers every time I see the lines that he puts up. I just go, dude, how can you do that? I've seen that in softball, right?
Yeah.
Girls softball, you see 4 handles and 5 handles on batting averages.
Yeah.
You do not see many 5 handles at all in the world of baseball.
It's
ever.
almost non-existent.
At any level.
Any level.
Let alone 4A, MRAC. East plays a very difficult schedule.
Yes.
I mean, they don't take games off.
Not at all. The full count pitch, that one is connected, but they got it connected on the back end of that. The strikeout is had. So both pitchers starting off strong here as we go ahead, and Jepson is set down on strikes. Both pitchers with 1 K so far. Case and Claiborne stepping on up here with 1 down. And again, one of the big proponents here. Again, this is a guy that I've seen kind of be melancholy at times, but the emotion's always there. It is really fun to see this guy get up there as he takes strike 1, and I think he knew it.
Yeah, so East is feeling out the curveballs here and just trying to see ball path and where the ball's tunneling here from Moravec because they haven't seen him before. Kind of an unknown. So we'll see,
that one gets lit left side. It's going, it's traveling. It gets all the way to the wall. That's at least a double here for Claiborne. He will stand as sliding as a pop right up, and look at that energy there. The grenade. And you know what? Hey,
You always have some.
You always have
second base
something,
sellies, right?
You know, it's always got to be something. It just goes to show the energy these two teams have. And Claiborne picks up a double here, first extra base hit of the game here. And for Claiborne, that marks his 11th double of the 2026 season. Of course, that brings up Koch to the plate. Scratch across a hit in game one. He has a runner on second. And just one down. That one, good job by Erickson behind the dish, keeping that one in front of him. Again, if you're a guy in Moravec right now, you mentioned the biggest game that he has faced all year. How calming is it to have kind of a steady hand behind the plate?
Well, that's going to make a lot of difference, especially when you throw breaking balls the way that Moravec does. You know,
that one gets away. I may have spoken a little too soon. Well, I didn't mean to do that.
Sometimes you just can't make that block. That had a lot of spin on it, and it just, you could tell when it hit the turf, it spun one way. And
well, and with turf, boy, you get a spin and it could go any which way. I know they say true hops here, but you get enough spin on it, especially coming off of there, it can go just about anywhere.
Yeah. Tough one to block there. I think Peyton had good position on it, but just sometimes those balls in the dirt, they just don't go where you want them to.
So ball three here.
We had a called strike there on the outside
just
corner.
Kidding. Called strike there, 2-1 with the count, one down. And East already jumping out here. They've sported a zero spot defensively in the top half. And that one gets ripped over there, over second base. And that will plate Claiborne from third. And that is how we get rolling here. The East, once again, jumping out to an early lead. It's 1-0. And now Bodie Collings stepping on up.
We're going to get a little visit. Moravec and Erickson are having a little discussion out there at second base. Maybe
it's
Peyton just maybe want to slow the game down a little bit, you know.
Or tell that announcer to stop saying stuff, you know, giving them some bad juju.
Oh, yeah, right.
Either way you deal it, there's a runner on first here, just one down. And, of course, Bodie Calling stepping on up to the plate. He has done a tremendous job in his senior year. 394. He's driven in, get this, 45. He is one of three to have 30 or more RBIs on the season. And with the way that they put up double-digit runs almost every other game, it seems like this, it's not surprising to see that kind of mark. But, again, very, very intriguing with this squad.
Well, I think
that pitch, almost.
We've seen it already in this game, right? Two very hard hit balls on breaking balls by East, and they're so good at hitting the ball, whatever the pitch is.
Oh yeah,
right. Fastballs, we hit those. Oh yeah, by the way, throw a curveball, we'll hit that too. That's just how they are. They're just
high contact.
Yeah, I mean, very, very, very well coached on the hitting side, and they show it every time out.
The 2-1 delivery coming on up, the pitch, and the runner's taken off. There will be a throw in time. No, it's actually yes. Wow, that was a delayed call. I thought they were going to go ahead based off what they have before and call that one safe.
I think they wanted to make sure that Heelan held on to the ball there at second base. The throw beat him, and the tag was there, but I think they wanted to be sure that ball stayed in Heaton's glove at second. Outstanding play by Peyton Erickson.
And a throw.
And a good tag by Heelan at second.
Again, that one looked like the tag applied a little bit late there as Coling will make his way onto the base pass here. It looked like a little bit, I mean, the throw was nailed it right on the money, and it was right where it needed to be. I just, based off of the way that the umpire was taking, I think you're right, trying to make sure that he held on to it. But, man, does that kind of change things a bit?
I think sometimes, with a younger player, and that would be Heelan, out there at second base, you got to let that ball travel. You can't swipe tag faster than the ball is being thrown.
Exactly.
And if the ball is on line, you just got to let it travel. And the throw was there. It beat him, and I think that's why the out call was made.
The way it was, yeah. Certainly, we have a runner on first, one down. East already putting across one here in the bottom half of the first. Logan Cherkus up to the plate. We talked about him and his consistent push to have a great swing. Cherkus, nearly a 300 batter on the year, has driven in 30 up to this point across 24 hits on the 2026 season. And that one just about gets away, but heck of an effort there at first. A nice snag off the grass it goes.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Jackson Vickery there.
Heck of a play. So as Colling gets the walk, Cherkus with the 3-1 put out, and that is how we will wrap up inning number one. Very similar, only a different inning. It's East on front as we start this one here in the bottom half of the inning. Comes your way right after this with Carroll, Gaswint, and Knapp due up when we return here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is game two of the doubleheader here. It's East, it's Heelan. It is a battle here, and it was in game one. It was a walk-off fielder's choice by East to score, bases loaded situation, cross the winning run there, and they pick up win number 36 on the year. Of course, here for the Bishop Heelan Crusaders, they still get a chance to add on to another 20-plus win season for them, and a campaign that some thought, had questions with early on with who they lost, but they've kind of answered that and then some across the season.
Yeah, I think Heelan would hope that the record would be a little bit better right now in this season, but when you have a lot of young guys that are being tested, right? Tommy Carroll, one of those guys. Hendricks Eaton, one of those guys. That they're younger. They've got to learn to play at the varsity level speed.
Yep.
Whether that's at the plate or in the field, because there is a discernible difference between freshman baseball speed, JV baseball speed, and varsity baseball speed. There is a huge difference. And at times, they've struggled. At other times, they've achieved, which is good. That's good signaling for the future. It's good signaling as you go through a long season of 40-plus games of play and that you hope to have before the season's out. And they've all had their moments where they show, hey, I can hang at this level. And that's great. That's what you want from an eighth grader. That's what you want from a freshman, to be able to show you that, or a sophomore.
That chopped on the wrong end of the foul line there. Goes right to Gaswin, who's ready for that foul ball.
And then they've relied on Aiden Lefevre to throw quite a bit this year. As an eighth grader, he's thrown some pretty big games, and
that one shot out there to Koch, and easy play out there to first. Will capture the out.
Having his moments where maybe he feels like, well, I probably could have done things better, but you're learning as an eighth grader. You're learning to play against these ball players, and you're giving up Like, it's no different from being in the minor leagues when you're a 19-year-old and you're playing 23-year-olds.
Yeah.
There's a big difference there.
Exactly. Coling with the pitch finds the inside corner, which he's seemingly done all year very, very well. And, you know, the thing about it on the flip side, this East squad was not too far away from that. 3 years or so. Off the
Rang the bell.
We rang the gong here on that one. A heck of a shot. I don't know if he could do that again if he tried. Certainly, he would like to keep that one fair.
And that's what people have to do. You gotta subscribe to IA Sports.
Yep.
And you gotta turn on your notifications so you can hear the bell ring.
So you can hear the gong. You know what? We have our next sound effect right there. So catch it up.
Cade's gonna have to clip that one out.
Yeah, for sure. That one gets sent out there into center field, but camped out under it will be
Chamberlain. Out there in center, yeah.
And he will capture that one for out number 2. And, of course, as we continue along here, and don't forget, check out more great stuff all across the scene here. IA Baseball is all the way from we've been coast to coast, border to border in the state of Iowa. Here, landlocked state. Go ahead. I figure say coast to coast with. It's all right. We'll get there as a nap.
Well, we do say that up in Akron, the west coast of Iowa.
There you go.
We're bordered by rivers.
I like it. I like it.
The Big Sioux and the Missouri and the Mississippi on the other side.
I'll take that. You know what?
Okay.
There's a reason I had you on today, Chad. It was a big boost.
I got you.
Big boost here today. The 0-2 sent back. As you sit here again, Knapp. Again, another guy who kind of took some at bats and went a little distance here. In the end, he was hit by pitch once, struck out twice. That one flared foul here, but he's already taking Coling pretty deep here with 2 strikes.
Yeah, being really aggressive at balls in the zone, and I think that's what you got to do with Bodie because you know that those balls are going to be in the zone. That his out pitch has always been a really, really hard slider, and he's had a lot of success with it, and there it was.
There it was. Had some heat on it, too, as he collects strikeout number 2, and that's out number 3. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning here. Heelan so far has gone down in order twice. And now for the Crusaders, they're back up. Chamberlain, McCaffrey, Stoos, right up after this.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that will last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change and are willing to go out and create that change. And if I associate myself with them, I'll be a part of that grand scheme of things that's bringing positivity and positive change throughout the state.
All right, a little Here's My Number coming on back. Boy, I remember this in college. This there's some music that stands the test of time, and if you're annoyed by this as much as I am, it's okay. It's okay. There's just some songs you kind of hope will tailor off, and then there's some songs that just challenge, accept you all over the place.
Right.
But here we go. We stand up. Moravik back in for inning number 2 on the mound, and oh boy, we have something brewing here. Pitcher on former pitcher battle as Chamberlain steps up, the center fielder, his first trip here, and a near 400 batter on the year. Again, I think a big theme between these two teams is their pitchers can hit. That one on chopped foul out of play. And we start with an 0-1 count. Kind of interesting here. Again, this is the stolen base leader for East. And hard to tell sometimes just the way that he operates, kind of more like a power hitter at times. But he ends up with some good speed.
Yeah, well, he's tried to drop down a couple of bunts tonight. Hasn't been successful with that yet.
And he acknowledges strike number 2 here. And
yeah, Cal Chamberlain's just measuring up the breaker.
For
seeing
sure.
where that's coming from, and lefty, it's a little bit of a different view for him. He fought that one off.
And he had to kind of dip down with that. Again, you got to fight it off. You got to play defensive here. You're still trying to win the at-bat. But I got to say, 2 strikes, 2 out. I mean, game 1 had a ton of that. And it seemed like most of that offense was, albeit forced, at 2 outs and 2 strikes when you have to get something in there. But I think these teams both are thriving when they're in the toughest situations. That one bounces away here, and from a 2-strike count, Chamberlain's drawing it even. We're finally getting a little bit cooler out there. The lights have flickered on. I will say last time we were here.
My wife and I were talking about that on the way down here today.
That one, a chopper out there to short. Hope with the pick and fire. And a nice play there. Got to circle that one in the scorebook.
He makes that look so easy. Comes in on the ball, picks it up on a short hop, and throws it over to first base. Seen that. Just a tremendous glove at short for Heelan.
Does it ever get old?
It never gets old. And there's been a couple of times, and you've probably heard this before. I mean, every really great shortstop, they can get to balls that other people can't get to, and sometimes they end up with more errors because they can get to balls that other people can't even get a glove on.
Exactly.
Right? And so it's like, I can get to this ball, and I think I can make the throw, and then you throw one in the dirt that your first baseman can't dig out. You may, most of the guys can't get there.
Exactly.
That play right there where you're charging in, get it on the short hop. A lot of guys can't do that.
A lot of guys
can do that. JJ can do that. You ask him to field anything, he can do it.
The next pitch is the good old Uncle Charlie looked like in there for the strike, and I gotta.
And I really look forward to seeing JJ. He's a junior, and he's a really really strong athletic kid.
I mean,
what is he going to look like as a senior when next year rolls around? What is his arm strength going to be?
Oh boy,
he's going to make some of those plays that maybe he didn't make this year with his arm. I'm not saying he has a weak arm, because he doesn't. He has a strong arm. But I think next year it's going to be even more, just more power, more velocity.
The 2-2 is swung on, and the strike, that's number 2. McCaffrey is set down for Moravik's second K of the day here. And 2 quick out brings up Frankie Stews to the plate. And Frankie Stews had, again, this was another guy who went deep in the counts here, for East anyway. He did go 0 for 3, so his redemption time starts now. So 2 down here, and the bases are empty. East poked across 1 run in the bottom half of the first to take the lead. And again, it seems as though it's destined to be one of those low-scoring games again. Although we are early in this one, the 1-0 count here, and the pitch. A good swing through here from the lefty. Again, Stews provides that interesting look here. He comes in at the number 8 hole from the lefty spot. Kind of I really like him at the number 8 hole, not because of any detriment in there, although he's looking up to a lot of great hitters.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the fact that you can mix things up by putting a lefty right in there.
I think you'd see that, like in a lot of lineups, you got a guy in the 8-hole that can hit for a little bit of power,
Yeah,
and that's Deuce.
And he can do that in Chirkus. Again, another lefty sitting there. So this lineup, I do think, has versatility when it comes to both sides of the plate here. And good kudos for that as the 5-pitch walk will put a runner on first. And now Quentin Ashcraft gets his first trip up here.
Now the thing with Mason is he's got to stay in the strike zone. You can't afford – he doesn't have overpowering stuff, so you can't afford to allow base runners on like that walk. But Mason's a good matchup for East because East is for a high school lineup, they're very left-handed heavy. So you got these lefty. It's a different look for East, right? And a lot of off-speed stuff, which a lot of lefties have some difficulty with that, right? Because they're not used to seeing it. Ask a lefty to hit a right-handed curveball. Pretty much all of them are going to be able to do that with a great deal of success.
See that from a mile away.
It's different when you get turned around and you've got a lefty up there that's throwing those curveballs.
Exactly. Now the pitch sends foul, and we're seeing that here. We're seeing good timing, just not quite connection with the swing there. And I saw that in game one a little bit, but again, that's more Gaswin doing his thing,
right,
and just missing barrels. I mean, so far to this point, if you were hoping for, and I know I let in a little bit with that as the pitch gets set high and away out of play, I know I led and said that this is overall been a high-scoring series. Again, over 10 runs per game, 13 hits per game, but in 2026, the name of the game is pitching, and it just seems like this is there's depth behind these two teams, which really, I think, proves that they'll go deep in the postseason. The next pitch, too high. That's claimed as ball 2.
Yeah, I think Moravec and Erickson wanted that call right there. They thought that was
Quite
a pretty
a
good pitch.
And honestly, I didn't miss by much. I mean, the head tap at some point will come out. That one chopped right side, a nice slide, and a pick fire from his knee. Heck of a job there at second.
That's Heelan with a great play there, and that's where that younger player is now playing at the varsity level. Earlier in the season, I saw Heelan not make that play, right? Now he's making it. That's a great adjustment by Hendricks. To here late in the season, I can make these plays at this speed.
So despite some action going on here for East, they get a runner on via the walk, but nothing happening there as they go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And with that, we got a whole brand new inning in store when we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back. It's Bodie calling here as we kick off inning number 3. And we do so with Vickery and Moravec back due on up here for the Crusaders. They have yet to find their way into the hit column. They're looking to get out of a 1-2-3 swap here. It's been quite the battle here. They've had to go up against the all-time career wins leader for Sioux City East here in Bodie calling. The 1-0 and thought about it just a bit. Thought about that is, I think, called ball. Yeah, it is called ball 2.
Yeah, I
he
think
had that moment.
Vickery was even looking at the umpire, asking him, was that a strike?
I think he got tied up there just a bit.
Yeah, I think so. As an umpire, that can happen.
Hey, it happens. These guys do a great job.
You don't
that
want that
one
to
muscled
happen,
out
but it can
right
happen.
side. Stoos with the pickup there. And I got to say, even though that was kind of a lazy ball out, he muscled that one out there. That was off the hands.
Yeah, he did. He tried to get that one out there, but it's good. It's good to force the play to happen, right?
I mean, just put something in play, and that happens. I mean, you look at. I know it's not a team from around here, but you look at Ames. I mean, the team that has the 6th most hits in Class 4A, and they are constantly in games, and likewise, East constantly hits the ball, and that's why they're constantly a team that's in the lead, has a lead, or close to that. The 1-1, not quite there. It's ball 2. So we're here from Sioux City East High School. The backdrop for our 4A battle here today. That one gets lifted out there into left shallow center field. And that's Jepson to come on and snag that on the run. And
Jepson making that play look easy.
A Jepson-type play.
Tonight we've got 2 of the best defensive shortstops, 2 of the best offensive shortstops in the state of Iowa. I mean, it's really great to get an opportunity to watch them. And, for people who know baseball, they know what they're looking at. They know what they're seeing. Outstanding play. And 2 outs now for the Crusaders in the top of the 3rd.
And that one shot out there. Nice pick. Oh, man, I said it too soon. That was a play that we would see in his sleep. And it seemed to take a little bad hop right before it got to that glove anyway.
Yeah, like a little turf monster out there kind of changed the trajectory of that ball, I think.
True hop, what?
Yeah.
I mean, that one goes and puts a runner on via the air, and now Beck with the chance to do something here. Or excuse me, as that is Hope with a chance to do something here.
So we turned the lineup over, second time through now for the Crusaders, and 2 down. JJ's up, and one of the best bat to ball guys in the state.
And of course, here we go with the 0-1 delivery. That one gets shot right up the middle. A second attempt for Jepson, but it looks like he doesn't have a handle on that there. It goes for the error, and that's the second one. And I think we may have witnessed history as the first time all year that he's had back-to-back errors.
Pretty uncharacteristic of him, and I'm not going to take back what I said despite the last 2 plays. Jepson still is one of the best defensive shortstops in the state.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not taking it back. I don't care.
I mean, no one would blame you on that. As coming on up is Erickson. Again, everybody has their times and their moments. If you put up an all-star list, which we did earlier in the season, it was no doubt. My all-star list had the 2 shortstops here. And it's no doubt that these 2 guys have continually put on great shows, time in and time out. And again, absolutely, they're allowed to make a few errors here and there.
Yeah,
so
it's going to happen. That's baseball. And when you think you've seen it all, just wait.
So the 0-1 count here, Bodie Culling trying to get out of the inning here unscathed. He has the pitch and try to get him fishing there away.
Yeah, you really do need, if you're a Crusader here, we got to have a play, and we've got to drive a run in and make those errors count.
Meanwhile, if you're East, it's got to be one of those games right here where you just got right now down to the final strike here. Make it a competitive pitch, I think. I mean, despite what Jepson has done the last 2 balls in play, I mean, there's still a lot of defensive firepower. This is, again, a team that can withstand just about any offensive run.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Cowling's patented slider here, 1-2.
And the 1-2 delivery.
And
he gets it there. The fortune teller, the future teller, known as Chad Erickson, helps us out there. And the strikeout here for Erickson as he goes ahead and captures the strikeout. That marks it number 2 of the game here for calling. He sets them down, and that is how we wrap up the half inning. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we go ahead and dive in to a brand new inning coming on up. But hey, don't go anywhere. More coming on up right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Bottom of inning number 3 as Moravec, back up on the mound. And of course, you got to take a look. First off, as we take a look at this matchup, I mean, how do you feel like Sioux City East is handling Moravec and is just change of pace from what we saw from Gaswin?
Well, the first time through the order, they struggled a bit. I'm not sure if that will continue. They're going to make adjustments. Mason's going to have to make adjustments off the mound. And, you kind of take baseball in different parts, right?
Yep.
And it tends to flow with the number of times through the order. So now here we've got Cal Jepson starting the bottom of the third here. So second time through, Jepson struck out the first time. Which I'm certain is a rarity. I don't know how many times he's struck out this season, but I can't imagine that it would be any more than a handful.
Well, not very much at all. In fact, was just his 14th strikeout of the season.
Okay, so 2 handfuls.
As he gets in the strike 1 there. Again, so far, Jepson 0 for 1. Had that strikeout early, but we saw that in game 1, and he came around with a 2-hit effort. That one gets lifted. That one has been launched. That one's tailing. It is going. It's gone! Cal Jepson leaves the yard, and that's not coming on back. Not enough real estate to hold that one in the ballpark. It is a solo shot for the Eastern Kentucky commits. And boy, what an absolute shot here. Go ahead and have your celebration, Cal Jepson. Correction, Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers. But wow, what an absolute shot that was. That left the bat in an absolute hurry, and there was no stopping it. So the home run, plates 1.
Yep. Now Moravec's got to regroup here. And keep pounding the zone. Don't stop throwing strikes.
Claiborne up. That one sails a bit on him for ball 1.
Got to have conviction in your pitches, even when the outcomes aren't what you want them to be.
Exactly. Claiborne stepping on up already with a double so far, and East through the first 3-ish innings right now. A couple of extra base hits. That one not going to do it here, as that one will be caught out there and right. As a nice play out there, sets him down. And again, out number 1. As now Colin Koch stepping up to the plate here for the second time. He reached and later got thrown out on a great play by Erickson in his last trip. So, and 1 for 1. He swings through that one for the strike. And again, Koch has been that really pleasant surprise. Again, I know that Coach Miller talked about seeing him already kind of rise through the ranks and making his way here, but you just never know your first year on varsity what that's like, what's going to happen, and if it's going to stick. But yet this is a guy who continually goes out there and has had some really good plate appearances almost every time, and he's just a sophomore. And batting .479. That one right side, a slow roller that will be into the hands and captured for out number 2.
Now that's great for Moravik to bounce back, get 2 outs relatively quickly here. Keep your composure, and this is the type of game that the Crusaders need from Moravik.
And now as Koch set down and the Vickery took that unassisted, Calling stepping on up here for the second time. He walked back in the first, and this is a battle here that if you're Sioux City East, you're certainly not comfortable with the 2-0 lead. It won you, 2 runs won you last game, but it is certainly not in any way, shape, or form guaranteed to take a win here. So we'll see how that plays out. Again, a little bit more cautious at this point right now for the Black Raiders. And, right now it's working out for them. The 1-1 delivery here. And the pitch. Went up the ladder to try and fish that one out and could not connect on that one, 1-2.
Yeah, good change of pace there. Go upstairs with a 4-seam fastball and, maybe not expecting to blow up by Bodie, but catching him off guard for it, which I think that Moravik did in that sequence right there.
The 2-strike count as we get things rolling here. We are 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 3. Already 1 run home for the Black Raiders. Moravik on the mound. Here's the pitch. This one gets sent out of play here. We keep it at a 2-strike count.
Bodie doing a good job of fighting balls off here, being down in the count, trying to get himself back into this at bat. Fighting off breaking balls.
And just kind of getting this set.
Going for a little stick 'em.
Yeah, got to have something there. Certainly don't want that bat flying.
It's a humid night.
It sure is. A grip, even with the gloves that they have nowadays. It means it's pretty humid if that's slipping.
Well, I tell you what, these guys, they swing the bats very hard. And,
yes, they do.
I'm sure Bodie's swing is over 70
out there
miles
to short,
per hour.
and Hope with the fire. That one pulls him off a little bit, and it pulled him off too much. In fact, Vickery not quite down in time. That one looked a little bit like he kind of airmailed it there, but again, just trying that quick throw, trying to get out there, release, and trying to nab the runner. That'll happen sometimes. Weimer is doing the pitch running duties here as Calling reaches on the first error of the game. And now Logan Cherkos up at the plate. So far across one game and now into inning number 3 of the second, has not been hit by pitch. And again, this is the nation's leader for high school in terms of being hit by pitch. 27 on the season here. And I got the chance.
I think that's a down year for him.
I know, kidding. I talked about it. He must have some type of bionic right side. And I talked to him about it. And he goes, you know what? He goes, too many people just get out of the way. Right. It's one of the ways that he makes them pay. One of the ways that he does not let a mistake pitch go by. So he does everything he can. That one gets away just a little bit. The throw over to second is not going to be in time. And the Black Raiders put a runner back into scoring position here.
Yeah, tough one for Erickson to handle behind the plate there. Ball is in the dirt, kicked away a couple of feet, and still made a good throw to second, but not in time.
So with the runner standing now on second, a chance here with a 2-0 count. And the fire, that one, good stop. Runner is taken off. There will be no throw as that one puts now a runner with a 3-0 count, mind you, at third.
Well, that's not an easy read for the runner there at second base. There's a lot of traffic in between with the way that ball kicked behind Cherkis. It is a risk because you lose sight of the ball, but he made a really good jump and the ball was too far away from the catcher to really make there was no play made, obviously.
Yeah.
So very good read by the base runner there.
Well, and I
good
think
anticipation.
I think that part of that read was reading the catcher himself. Sometimes you just can't find where that ball is,
Right.
and you got to read where the catcher is set. And again, kudos to everything and play there. Again, kudos to the runner in Weimer, who now stands on third. And the get me over strike that they needed here from Morovic is in 3-1. And you got to be thinking right now, can't let this one get too far. I mean, it's a 2-0 lead, but you get to 3, and the way the pitching's going, might as well be a 10-0 lead. With the 3-1 count here, again, some color and skies happening out there. Again, what a backdrop it is. You see all over the stadium fans, including all the way out into center field there, as the 5-pitch walk now puts runners on the corners. And where have we seen this before here, Chad? 2 down, offense starting to pick it up again. I mean, I think both of these two teams have just in their blood. It's like they wake up here.
Right.
As Caden.
It's Valkalskis. Valkalskis is at first base to courtesy run for Churkus.
Valkalskis. Man, Rumpelstiltskin ain't got nothing on that name. Holy cow. Valkalskis stands on first. We have runners on the corners here as Chamberlain trying to help out the cause here. The center fielder looks at the first pitch, and I got to say, I've seen this a couple times here by Erickson behind the plate. He frames it pretty quickly there. He has a good, quick sleight of hand right there, and you know what? That has bought a lot of strikes and potentially a lot of strikeouts throughout the season.
Yeah, Erickson's good at framing the ball, no doubt about it.
Runner taken off. He'll head on to second without a throw.
He helps his pitchers, and I know his pitchers approve and are thankful for those extras. You know, and
if you want that stamp of approval, yeah. I mean, getting it from your pitcher certainly helps the cause.
Yeah, ball in the dirt there, and Valkalskis easily at second base.
And a throw down, and they got him into a pickle.
Oh, JJ's late.
Set to third. Do they get him? And they didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, man, right there was the chance.
Well, I think Hope, I'm not sure what was happening, but Hope was not at third base as he should have been after that throw was made. I don't know if he thought Beck was going to circle back to third, but, yeah, that's unfortunate. They had him picked off. He was dead to rights.
And it just kind of fell apart. You're right. And now they kind of have to pick up the pieces. Still 2 down and a chance to get out of this one. But it got a little bit harder here as Chamberlain draws the 4-pitch walk. And now that marks the second walk of the inning. And now we're up to batter number 7 with Lincoln McCaffrey stepping on up. And coach and staff coming out here to have a conversation. How do you have this kind of conversation? What is being said right there in the huddle?
Well, I think they're going to set up the defense. They're going to decide how they're going to approach this. If they're going to, they're potentially bring the corners in, but with 2 outs, you're probably better off not doing that.
Just set the normal defense, or
you just maybe settling the pitcher down a little bit. Erickson's already been out there to talk to him and settle him down. So now we've got Coach Ben Taylor on the mound, just kind of talking everybody up. We'll see how the Crusaders come out of the huddle here and how they line up defensively. I expect them to probably be normal depth, but it all depends on what they think, potentially.
And we'll have to
what we've got here for what they think is going to happen offensively here.
As from McCaffrey on up. Again, it's 3. As that one, nice stop there. As that one gets in the dirt here for ball 1. It's 3:32 to left It's 325 to the right field pole and 385 dead center here in this one. And of course, we saw in this inning to start things off, Cal Jepson shoot that one right center field for the second run of the game. And you're kind of having a little bit more wild stuff here. Moravec he's being close to wildly effective. But it seems as though it's just not quite located well.
I think, this inning has kind of, I think, it's on a hot night. He's maybe kind of losing a little bit of control of the breaking balls. And we've seen a number of balls in the dirt here over these last three hitters, and now this hitter here as well.
And this
there's no more room now. So
no,
you got to, find a way you can get a ground ball here and get out of the inning, or sneak a couple of pitches by McCaffrey.
The 2-1, and they'll go ahead and try and get the pickoff at second. Not quite in there. This McCaffrey represents the fourth batter since there was 2 outs in the inning.
Yep.
And that has been right in par with just about game one's entirety.
That's right.
And it seems like it's right in stride here. Again, 2 outs seems to be the ticket for offense here in this doubleheader. The 2-1 deliveries coming on up. And that one sharply lit left side. That ends up capturing Weimer.
Well, he must have been in foul territory when he was hit by the ball.
That's what I was going to say.
So we got a foul ball.
That was an absolute rocket. And you heard from the crowd, but boy, that's exactly why they tell you stay in foul territory right there.
Yeah. If you're in fair territory, if we have some young people watching the game here, or somebody who isn't familiar with the rules, if you get hit by a batted ball when you're a runner, you're out.
Yep.
If you're in fair territory. If you're in foul territory, it's
then
a foul ball.
You just get a souvenir on your leg.
Yep. It's a strike on the batter.
It's a bruise for a minute.
When we keep going.
The 2-2 with 2 runners on. Deuces are wild, and the throw over to first. That one gets away, and the runner is coming on home. The wild throw, and they're going to keep it going. There's a play at home, and it's not in time. And boy, you see Sioux City coming out here as the Black Raiders play 2 more here. It's a 3-run inning, and that one play got things to go a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, maybe an ill-advised throw there in a 3-2 count with 2 outs, and unless there was a play on, there could have been a play on. Peyton's got to make a better throw there, and Vickery's got to make sure that ball does not get behind him. And those are the things that you got to clean up before the postseason, for sure.
McCaffrey still at the plate here. It's been nearly 10 pitches in the at-bat as he's trying to keep this one rolling. Again, it started with a Cal Jepson home run and then 2 consecutive outs. We thought this was just going to be a 1-run inning. It has since turned into a 3-run mark here for the Black Raiders. A full count, 2 down. What was a bases loaded situation has now turned to just a runner on third. As Koch stands 1 stride away. And we have, again, bases absolutely has been an impact here today. This one gets lifted high. That one's got some tail to it. That one's got some power, but that will be caught at the warning track out there and left. And that was huge because if that was going anywhere, it would have plated 2 more. And what a wild inning that was here. We wrap up 3. It's the Black Raiders to increase their advantage now. It goes from a 1-run lead to a 4-run advantage here. And it'll be time for Heelan to try and answer right back. They'll do so with the favor Carol Gaswin when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb Lefevre takes strike one as we go ahead and kick off a brand new inning for you. Again, brought to you by the great folks at Insolites. Check them out today at insolites.com. As the top of the fourth, that one a close play, but it gets away from Stoos. That ball gets all the way almost to the Heelan dugout. So both defenses here faltering just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. That ball was in no man's land. First baseman was not able to make the play, and so then the second baseman fielded it. Bodie Cowling was late getting over to first base. First baseman was running back as quickly as possible, and just we had a convergence of bodies at first base, and somehow Lefevre was safe.
Carroll, after the single, looks to add something of his own. So far, 0 for 1, takes strike one.
That looked to be a little bit down and in. I don't think Tommy Carroll was very appreciative of that strike call, but
no, certainly not. The 0-1 delivery here, that one sent out of play, well out of play, in fact. And one runner on already here for Bishop Heelan as Lefevre gets on via a sneak single. That places him on first, and believe it or not, again, it hasn't been a whole lot of offense set there, and 3 straight strikes, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and that sets down the first batter here as Gassman comes on up to the plate. Again, Heelan with just 1 hit so far here as we go into the 4th inning. Game 1 was similar. They only had a couple hits through 4, ended with only a couple hits. So however you dice it here, hits can come at a very big premium. And it usually, the way this goes, it usually comes at the cost of an out. So you're just trying to play catch up, it seems like, most of the time. That one is nicely in there for the strike here as we start the at-bat 0-1. Bodie Cowling on the mound has 3 strikeouts. Make it 4 strikeouts, on the day as that one goes 0-2.
Yeah, good jump there by Caleb, and you got a nice little stolen base. Nathan swung through that pitch, and Caleb was safe at second.
Well, now, of course, what that effectively does is take away any double play. You still see the middle infield really pinching that second base bag. And the next pitch, that one right back up at the net here. We keep it 0-2. Again, these two teams know their postseason berths here as Sioux City East, the overall #1 seed. They will go up against Sioux City West in their postseason opener. And if they win that, they're on to the sub-state final. Meanwhile, Bishop Heelan and the sub-state bracket 1 in 3A, they go ahead and take on Storm Lake. And the potential for a sub-state final rematch with Sergeant Bluff Luton. So, again, we talked about the myriad of different combinations of sub-state final rematches that we might see. The 1-2 sent on back here, and again, you're just right back at it. I think Gaswin, at the times that we have seen him here, Chad, and I know you've seen him more, he has found a little bit of a rhythm in just fouling it off. You know, I know it's harder for high schoolers to sit there and go, okay, I don't know if I can do much with that pitch. I'm going to try and just foul it off and wait and wait and wait. And, you know, Gaswin, for not having hit very much last year, seems to have a pretty good grasp on that.
Yeah, he's having a good at-bat here and battling off those pitches. I would anticipate that Bodie's probably going to go back to that slider, but this one's going to be further outside. He's going to go a little bit further than he was on that last pitch.
The 1-2 delivery. And it looked like a straight heater painting the corner there. And that is the strikeout that he wanted, strikeout number 5. And it comes in as a big one as Gaswin is set down for the second time. And it brings 2 down to bring up Knapp back to the plate. So far 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The Black Raiders posted up 3 in the last half inning, trying to put a shutout here. They have a runner standing on second. And a big swing there, but comes up empty for the 0-1 count.
Yeah, Knapp was definitely swinging
He
right there. And, you know, hey, with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, you got to let it all hang out here.
Yes, you do. You really gotta put yourself in a competitive spot here as much as you can. A swing through, and that's strike 2. That just goes to show calling he knows his stuff. That was off speed after some heat. I mean, the back and forth that brings. See, now you're playing the guessing game, you know, if you're at the plate right now.
Yeah, now he's got to play defense. He's going to have to shorten up his swing. He's going to have to try and battle off these off-speed pitches.
But he's going to be set down instead. That is 3 consecutive strikeouts back to back to back. That's number 6 on the day here for Coling. The Sioux City East career wins leader extraordinaire. He goes ahead and sets down the Heelan lineup. But they're getting a chance to answer back and add more. Stoos, Ashcraft, and Jepson right around the corner when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. We've got the bottom half of inning number 4, and Moravec right back on the mound. And you got to think, you know what, 4 runs, but you still got to be somewhat pleased with the performance. You know, it could have been it could be a lot worse.
Well, it could be a lot closer.
It also could be a lot closer. I mean,
he just kind of lost control of his control that last inning, and then
you take a look at
first base.
First base.
You take that play back, and you don't know if the batter flies out to left field like he did to end the inning. You don't have any way of knowing. Pitch selection's different depending upon where the batters are or where the runners are on base, and so on and so forth. But this is going to sound far out, but this is true. I saw this as we were ending that last inning. Okay.
I'm ready for this.
I saw a hawk flying across the field, and there was a crow dive bombing it from up above and like pushing it away. And crows aren't known to attack hawks.
No.
And so when you're looking at this situation here, or Heelan's kind of hanging their heads a little bit right now. They need a little bit of energy, and they need to be more like that crow chasing that hawk, right? So I know I'm going to get a lot of grief for that analogy, and I'm willing to take it. I'm a man. I'll take it. But honestly, I saw a lot of hanging heads after the last inning, and especially after the batting. And these guys got to find a way to get their energy back if they want to climb back into this ball game. And this is one way you do it. That's one way you do it, right?
Wow.
You get a quick ground ball.
Heaton,
right?
that was close, but I do want to point out that he was able to collect that back up.
Yep.
It looked like it kind of rolled up there. Good wherewithal to remain calm in that, and you got the out.
And that's the thing about playing second base. You have that extra time. Don't panic when you lose a handle on the ball. You have time to get it there. It's a short throw. You have the time. And so Hendricks, he kept his composure and got that out at first base, which is exactly what you need to have happen.
Ashcraft up next. After 2 hits in game 1, he's still looking for his first here in game 2. 0-1 with the count. 1 down. It is a 4-0 Sioux City East lead as that gets in there for the strike. And I got to say, the analogy was pretty fun. You took me for a ride on that one.
Yeah.
And
well, it was true. I did see it. I'm not making it up.
Hey,
it happened.
Hey.
And I'm like, that's kind of like this ball game right now.
This one gets sent out there into right field. That will be hugging the line, and that will get all the way heading to second base. The slide here from Ashcraft. And for the second straight game, he's at least got onto the base once. And he is looking to do some damage. That's the 3rd extra base hit of the game here for Sioux City East.
Well, and you saw that, Andrew, you saw that weapon that's in right field. Gas went over there. If he had come up with that ball cleanly in right field, Ashcraft would have been out at second base.
I don't even know if Ashcraft would have even taken off.
That was a close play. It seemed like Ashcraft was going the whole way. Maybe he would have put on the brakes, but
I mean,
it was a good hustle double by Ashcraft.
Yeah, that one not quite in there for the ball.
Gaswint loves showing off that arm out there.
Oh, he sure does.
It is a weapon.
We saw it when they played Harlan, and we saw pretty quickly Harlan kind of stopped pushing the pedal on there, going to second. And maybe East kind of took notice. As Cal Jepson's up, he smashed a homer to right center field his last time up, but lays down a bunt here, and this one will do the trick and then some. Moravik looked to stumble just a bit there, and boy, I got to tell you, you had to be on point perfect with that play in order to grab Jepson for the out. And boy, I mean, kudos again, Jepson doing Jepson things.
Yeah, perfect execution. I don't know even if Mason keeps his footing there that he's going to get Jepson at first base, and I think that's just indicative of Jepson's speed and now we've got to put a play on here, 1st and 3rd with 1 out.
And with 1 out, Claiborne up to the plate. He has struck 1 of the 3 extra base hits for Sioux City East so far in this one. Runners on the corners. We've seen this once. We've seen it twice. That one out of camera view, but nearly goes above Vickery there.
Yeah, good save by Jackson Vickery at first base. Stretching up, make sure that we weren't giving away another run.
I mean, that certainly at this point, you can't give up too much. That one won't do very much. As that one sails out there into center, it will not be.
Called a balk.
Wait a minute, that was called a balk.
Well, okay.
Okay, so let's take through that here. When was the balk called? It does seem like the batter's coming on back.
Yeah. It's hard to hear from where we're at. I don't know which umpire called it. We have headset on, so you can't hear audibly what the umpires are calling on the field. I didn't see any arms go up. I didn't see the home plate umpire step aside.
Yeah, that's the thing that I, as a broadcaster, I look for those signals. When I had the headset on, I'm not listening. It's the hearing part isn't all there as Jepson takes off the 3rd. The throw and the tag applied is a little late.
But that was a tight play there. That was very, very close play.
That was a sharp tag right there. Boy, Jepson just is Absolute tear.
Yeah, he got a very good jump. Peyton made a really good play. Harrison made a good play on that throw.
That was a heck of a throw.
And a really good tag. I mean, if Jepson's got remarkable speed, and that showed up right there. And he had to be that way, otherwise he'd have been out.
Well, and I got to say that I know that Heelan's been looking for that good combination at first and third. That was, if you're coaching staff, man, that's what we want every single time. It may not have gotten the out that you wanted, but I mean, you got an arm behind the plate here, and that is the type of play that you want to see more often. The 2-0 is on deck. Moravec with the pitch. That one, a chopper out there to Hope, and a second base bag. He will get the hop there, and you could tell that, it looked a little bit like Claiborne knew his time on the base pass wasn't going to happen here in this inning. So Claiborne with the ground out, and now Cook stepping on up. He's 0 for 2. Rounded out back in the third inning, and he is looking at trying to continue this stretch here. It's already been 2 runners home here in this inning alone. It's a 6-0 advantage here. And we showed you the glimpse earlier, 4 hits coming into this inning and helped to push across 4 runs for Sioux City East. And meanwhile, the Heelan Crusaders, they're trying to find their strides. They got a hit. They're trying to add more onto that, but they're kind of running out of time here. And the pitch, Coke will watch that one in there for the strike. So they do have 2 down. Heelan trying to get out of the inning. Back-to-back scoring innings here for the Black Raiders have put them in a commanding lead now at 6-0. Moravec with the look and the 1-2 fire. This one gets sent high, and that will be just beyond the bullpen out there. And again, this is actually the field has been a great venue here because you get to see down a little bit of downtown Sioux City over there is again over the hill there, and just a great view, especially if you're on the other side of that watching what is a heck of a game between these 2 squads.
Yep. I think if I were gonna,
that one is high. Erickson having to do a lot of dancing here, and boy, he made that one look easy. But Chad, that's anything but easy.
Yeah, that's a tough play for a catcher to make, but he had a beat on it right away and made a good play. That thing was a mile high. We saw something like that from him last year on this field, if I recall.
Yeah, exactly.
In a very contentious situation. This one maybe not as contentious tonight.
But it does go ahead and end the threat here. 2 runs do cross on 2 hits. And that is how we continue on. It's a 6-0 advantage here as we go ahead and wrap up 4 innings worth of action. We'll be back to give you more right around the corner. This is iBaseball. It's Heelan. It's Black Raiders after this.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that'll last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change and are willing to go out and create that change. And if I associate myself with them, I'll be a part of that grand scheme of things that's bringing positivity and positive change throughout the state.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the broadcast. Andrew Brown, Chad Erickson here from Sioux City East High School. And Heelan with that one gets sent out there into right field. First pitch from Vickery is in, and that one was a seeing eye single right through the gap. First pitch puts a runner on here, and Heelan, if you're looking for a push here for fans, now seems to be that time. A great start anyway. As we sit here at the top of the 5th inning. Vickery with the single, and now Moravik stepping on up to the plate. So far, he is 0 for 1.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there by Vickery. Just took that ball to the right field on a line.
So here we stand. It is a 6-0 game after East put up 1 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 more in the fourth to give us our 6-0 advantage here. And again, this is one of those where every run comes at a cost. And you know what? Give kudos to Heelan. They've pretty much, for the most part, been able to trade an out for a run and haven't let it get too big in each inning, as that one is a strikeout. And just like that, we have 4 consecutive strikeouts here for calling, dating back to the last inning.
Minus the single.
Oh, sorry, minus the single if you add in there, yes. So 7 strikeouts on the day. Vickery stands on first. 1 down, and that one hung up there just a little bit, but enough in the zone to be called a strike to Beck.
Yep.
And Beck reached on an error his first trip up. And the fire, that will be swung on here. Could not connect.
You know, I think there's only one thing that this field is missing. It's got everything. There's one thing that it's missing. Is a batter's eye in center field.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Because right to 385, you're not dead center. I mean, the flag and the tree, right there. I mean, that's not a true batter's eye. I'd like a golden statue there myself. That might be something fun to watch. That one goes too far inside. Again, both teams with sporting an error here in this one, but relatively well played overall for the most part. 2-2 with 1 down. And he gets a swing through on that one. There is back-to-back strikeout. Strikeout number 8 on the season. Or on the game, I should say. Again, Colling came in with 40-plus entering today's contest. He goes ahead and adds 8 now as we move back to the top of the lineup in J.J. Hope. And the hope that he can go ahead and grab something more here.
Yeah, Bodie's been very effective tonight. He's really been around the zone all night and getting ahead in counts and all of those things that you would expect from him as a veteran starter, someone who's made his mark on East record books.
Yeah.
And, he's everything that you would hope in this game if you're an East fan.
And the bat went farther than the ball did. And I tell you what, that's a good indication of how muggy is it? Very muggy.
Yeah.
And I got to say, kudos. That's why, we saw this earlier. They had a game where the ball just zoomed right in, but everybody was paying attention. Everyone was ready. And again, there. So have your head on a swivel.
That's right.
And be prepared to get hit.
Yeah, it was something very similar that led Jonas Jensen to have to miss the first few weeks of the season. It was very unfortunate. You don't ever want to see that happen. People getting injured playing a great sport.
Runner taken off to second, the throw, and the tag is applied just late there, slid just underneath of it. And successful here. And that gets a runner into scoring position here. Heelan hasn't had a ton of that here as of late.
Yeah, just the second runner in scoring position tonight for the this game for the Crusaders. And if they're going to climb back into this, they're going to have to do it right now with 2 outs.
And
And a very stout pitcher on the mound that they're going to have to do it against.
Exactly. They started the game with 3 straight 1-2-3 innings. And the 4th inning added a little bit more. And now, again, with 2 down, they're going to have to, again, that 2-out thing here. I don't know what it is. That one gets a shot left side. Jepson will pick it up near the bag. And a heck of a dart over there to first. And that's exactly how you help out Bodie Calling, who is dealing here in this one. There has just been 1 hit for Heelan. That's all that he's allowed. And 2 hits for Heelan. That's all that's been allowed. And it is now getting into the late stages of this one. It's the bottom half. When we come back, it's Calling, Cherkas, and Chamberlain when we return here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and give you what's been happening so far, the inning by inning mark. And it has been the Black Raiders to put up 1 in the first. They added 3 in the third, a pair in the fourth. They have 6 hits, and they've helped to push across those 6 runs. Meanwhile, for Heelan, they did so. They've gotten 2 hits so far up to this point. Bodie Calling has stifled that offense for the most part up to this point anyway. But you know what? Even with that said, we still have the same pitching matchup out on the mound. Morovic back at it again. And yes, things have gotten a little bit more tense. Again, that lead has increased for Sioux City East. But again, you look at this and say, although it could be a closer game, it could also be really out of hand.
Yeah, Mason's done a good job of pitching through difficulty, and he's had a clean inning in there too. I mean, some really positive things for him as a junior who's playing, like I said earlier in the game, you're playing against the best team that you've ever played against in your high school
And that
career.
one gets away, and he's going to trek on over to second. And just like that, again, a little miscue defensively here from Heelan. That looked to be a ball that just sailed on him.
Yeah, I think, you're trying to make a play if you're Morovic in that situation. You're getting off the mound, and then you've got to turn your body. And as a lefty, that's not an easy play over there on that side of the field. And so you're pushing your limits. But he's trying to make a play, and sometimes doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So now you just got to go back to work on the mound, try and limit any damage here that may happen, but it's tough play.
The empty count here to Logan Cherkas changes to an 0-1 mark.
And that's a good sign right there. Mason coming back, throwing a breaking ball first, swinging a miss. I mean, that's what you have to have happen.
Yes.
You can't follow up miscues with a miscue. You gotta move on and start having positive outcomes right away. Do the things that you can do.
The 0-1 is not going to find the zone. It tails too high. 1-1 as the sun has gone completely down. The lights are completely on. It's a 6-0 advantage here as we get into the late stages of this one. We're here in the bottom half of inning number 5, and it is so far been mostly Sioux City East.
And we've got Moravik at 85 pitches right now, so
that one gets through, and that's going to put the runner in motion heading on home. The play at the plate is safe. Meanwhile, the runner does advance on over to second. And what a bang play that was.
I'd like to have a replay on that.
Boy.
I know that the tag was
applied really quickly.
Yeah, and there's a chance. There's a chance that might have been out there, but nevertheless, he was safe sliding into home. So
an RBI single.
Good hustle. He was really trucking around.
He sure was. An RBI single credited here to Turkus as he picks up his second trip to the bases, first hit of the ball game. And now we're gonna have that conversation. It does seem like there's a long leash here from Moravik right now. There's already, again, it's been the third consecutive scoring inning here for East. Yet we see Moravik, it seems like he's going to keep going.
Yeah, and that's kind of been a pattern of Coach Wesselman. And I haven't spoken with Coach Wesselman about his take on pitching management. But what I have seen throughout the season is it seems like he gives his pitchers an extraordinarily long leash. And maybe that's because he was a pitcher back in his day, very successful pitcher. And so, I think, sometimes when you're pitching centric as a coach, you tend to defer to, well, I think he can work through it, right?
Yeah.
And you give your pitchers an extra leash, and like I said, Moravik had a really rough inning, and then he came back out and he pitched well the rest of the way in that game.
Bunt attempt is hugging the line absolutely perfectly. Moravik had absolutely no shot at that one.
Yeah, now Chamberlain, he finally got that bunt down.
He's been working on that for a while.
He's been after that for the past two games, and he couldn't have rolled that one out any better.
Absolutely, guys, a textbook play right there. Again, you see that a lot from the speedsters, and again, Chamberlain's the leading stolen base earner on this squad. He puts a big situation up here. Again, they move the runner over to third here. And runners on the corners. It's already a 7-0 game.
Yeah, no outs.
This is starting to turn a little bit.
Yeah, I think you've got to play conservatively defensively here if you're Heelan. I don't know that you really need to show anything as far as a special play to try and work it out. I think you need to let your defense do what they can and try and advance to the next inning here. As opposed to trying to manufacture an out, so to speak.
And the throw is going down to second. It will not be in time. Cut off.
Yeah, that was a cutoff. So they had the cutoff play.
They had that play rocking.
Yep.
The runner does move over on to second.
Which, out of all of the plays that you could make, probably the safest play.
Yeah.
Unless maybe you're thinking a snap throw to third, like a fake to second and a snap throw to third.
Fourth stolen base of the game here for the Black Raiders. That one dialed in on a strike on the inner edge. So 1-2 now the count. Runners standing on second and third. One run has already crossed here in the inning. This is a much different feel than we had here in game one, in which Sioux City East won by a thin margin, 2-1 and a walk-off. And right now what we get here is we have East slowly continuing to just pile on. It's not big here and there.
Right.
It's just been 3 runs at most in one inning.
Yeah.
But it's consistent.
Right. And that's where we're talking about the depth of their order, their ability to get runners on, their ability to move runners around the bases, whether it's by a bunt or whether it's by a base hit or a stolen base, something like that. Getting good jumps on balls in the dirt. We've seen that tonight. Just doing the little things they do well.
Yes.
Right. And in this game, the little things for Heelan haven't been executed.
And Moravik back at it against Frankie Stoos. That one's ball one. Yeah,
you've had some miscues defensively
and
that have cost runs.
Some of them haven't cost runs here too. I mean, this has been a bend but not break, but you got to the breaking point.
Yeah.
And so at some point there is that breaking mark as Stu swings through that one here for the strike. Now 8 hits in the game here for the Black Raiders. They still, once again, put runners on second and third. Heelan trying to get out of this one and be a victory for them to get out with just 1 run crossing. The 1-1 delivery. That one waited for it, but didn't get it. 2-1. Again, both of these teams still got some regular season action left in them before they go ahead and hit postseason play. Again, this is kind of that signal that we are near the end of regular season. And boy, Chad, it's crazy to think that we're already here.
Yeah, I believe this is the last conference game for both of these teams.
Yep.
So Heelan's got Lewis Central on Monday at home, and then Denison-Schleswig in Denison on Tuesday.
And East
that'll be that.
East has a battle with Harlan, I know, coming on up. I believe that is the final game of their regular season. And that one draws it now full 3-2. And so much going on here. You could once again see back-to-back Sioux City schools into the state tournament. Again, a lot has to play out for that to happen, and we'll see how it ends up playing out. But one of the things that I do got to worry about here for Heelan is that one gets hit high into the dark sky up there. It's shallow right center field, and it'll be camped out, and then the throw will be on home, and it will not be in time. And then the runner's taken off to third. The throw goes a bit high on him. A heck of a thought there, but it does not get it in time. That one helps to plate yet another run. It's now an 8-0 advantage here for Sioux City East.
Yeah, good base running by Sioux City East on that play, tagging up and then the runner following in behind on the throw. And, good effort by Dylan Knapp. Throw is just up the line. I think throw more toward home plate. They may have had him. It was a good, strong throw. It was just up the line a bit.
So Stoos will go ahead and pick up the RBI for him on the season. That marks number 30, as he picks up RBI number 30 on the 2026 season. And again, here we are in the bottom half of inning number 5. That one will get in there as that will hug the line and plate one more as a strolling Coke comes on in, or Chamberlain anyway, comes on in to score. And we get a 9-0 advantage. This one has to be, and it looks to be the final pitch here for Vorik on the night.
Yeah. And it looks like we're going to have Alex Rodriguez relieving Moravik.
So it is now a 9-0 advantage. 3 runs have been plated in the inning, and that spells the end of the day for Moravik, who has picked up 3 strikeouts. He did go 5 2/3, so he has gone 4 2/3, as he has gone a good length of the game. Just could not complete the mission. He goes ahead and gets set down. We'll go ahead and tell you about the new pitcher when we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game, because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone, helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
It's a joyful night here at the ballpark, especially in Game 2. If you are a Sioux City East fan, they have a 9-0 stronghold over Bishop Heelan coming into this, and we have a new pitcher to talk to you about here, Chad, and the guy that Rodriguez is going to have to try and close the door here.
Yeah, Alex has started a few games this season. He's been primarily in relief, especially as the season has worn on.
He has 22 innings under his belt, and you're right, mainly in relief through 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, and so at times he struggles with his locating, but he has shown that he has some ability to get outs, and right there is a prime example. You just throw a good off-speed pitch and you get a ball that's weak contact in for the last out. But
a big one at that too.
Yeah. Do we want to take a break or do we want to come back? We just want to keep talking here.
Well, I don't know. It's certainly up to you as that goes to out number 3 and finally there.
Right. Yeah. So out 3. Let's
go ahead.
We come back. I want to wrap some things up about Mason.
Deal. We'll be right back after this.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone, helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We go ahead and we will bring to you the top of inning number 6. Appreciate you jumping on. And for a trivia question for everybody out there, in order to win a free batting donut, I know I mentioned that would happen. The question being, there is one team in Major League Baseball history to have drafted 2 Hall of Fame NFL quarterbacks. What is that team, and who are the quarterbacks? So we get back into it here. It's the top of inning number 6. Heelan with a mountain to climb. The first pitch he sees is out in as the bloop single. And off the first pitch will get Heelan going. And, all 3 of their hits so far have been early in the count. And maybe that's a recipe for success as Erickson finds his way on his first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, that was a good, nice shot over the second baseman's head there by Erickson and getting something going here. Very similar to last inning. Now Heelan's got to find a way to capitalize. I did want to, while we're going through here, and we've got Caleb Lefevre up to bat here with nobody out in the top of the 6th, and just want to say a few things about Mason Moravec and foul ball there by Lefevre. Despite the score and the line,
yep,
he pitched really, really well tonight. You know, yes, there were some walks, and that was really the thing that he had a struggle with. But he gave up one big hit to Jepson.
Yep.
But other than that, it was singles, I think.
And it was in front. There's nothing that, aside from that home run, that got behind the outfield.
Right. And so very, very serviceable. You know, you have a few things go differently. The score's a lot tighter. So I know, you know, Mason's probably disappointed in how everything happened.
And what a play there. It's a double play extravaganza there. That was exactly what Coke had wanted when that rolled on up. That was a good side flick there. Again, heck of a play as that goes for a double play and 2 out.
Yeah, the old 4-6-3 there. But you know, I think that, you know, as a junior, you're getting a big start on a big stage. I think he pitched really well for that situation in this scenario tonight. Even though the runs and the line doesn't look the way he wants it to look. And then on top of it, you've got Bodie Cowling on the other side.
Yep.
Who is picking him up and setting him down, and he's doing what he normally does on a good night. So, you know, I think the score could be different, but it is what it is tonight, and Heelan's got to hold the line here if they want to make it to the 7th. So, you know, but I thought Mason did pretty well for his first big start as a starting pitcher for Heelan.
And love to see out there off camera, you saw the high five exchange between Hope, who seems to be on the mound, and
no, it's still
Rodriguez. Wrong number there. But you get Rodriguez back up there, and you saw the exchange between Erickson and Rodriguez. Something special there. You know, that there's something that it's a tough situation to come on in. You see a smile on the pitcher's face, and when you got a guy behind the plate that can kind of give a little boost to a game that isn't going certainly their way, there's something to be said about that.
Yeah, I think Erickson has good rapport with all of his pitchers, and really at times he can push them, and other times he's cheering them, and in the end they all want the same thing. They want the W. Not looking like that's going to happen tonight, unfortunately, for the Crusaders. But, you know, it's good to be upbeat even when you're down, because that's baseball. It happens.
Yeah, absolutely. We will just go right into it. The bottom half of inning number 6 is upon us. Kason Claiborne up at the plate. So far, he has gone 1 for 3. He doubled in the first, flown out, and grounded out. But a run did score during that ground out. And that's a nice one in there. Rodriguez looking for strikeout number 10 on the season. And here we are again, Sioux City East and the Bishop Heelan Crusaders. The overall series edge right now, or coming into this, 36-33 in favor of Heelan. And now if the game continues to go the way it is, that overall series edge will be narrowed to just 1.
Right. That was nice paint on the outside corner there by Rodriguez.
The 0-2 delivery and the pitch. Tried to get the bender to fall on in. It breaks it to a 1-2 count. The East Black Raiders have scored in all but 1 inning so far. That was the second. They've scored 1 in the first, 3 in the third and fifth, and of course 2 in the fourth. And that has given us our 9-run advantage here for the host squad. And kind of playing that game there. I've seen Claiborne over the years do this several times. You know, that wait, and he kind of throws the timing off. Not saying that happened there, but that goes for ball 2. And I've seen that a number of different times. This year, I haven't seen it as much. So Claiborne right now holds the only one to do that so far. The 2-2 delivery is coming on up and the pitch. That one shot foul here. East looking for win number 37 on the season should they connect here. And if Heelan falters, it'd be loss number 14 on the season. Still a 20-win squad. That one gets set high. That's a major league pop-up. That has some distance on it, though. But it will be caught out there in center as a nice play out there by Knapp will record the out. So with one
maybe
down.
Claiborne needed another bowl of Wheaties this morning to get that one out.
That one that high, yeah, that still had a lot enough distance on it, but not enough to get it out of the ballpark. As we move on to Kellen Koch. He is 0 for 3 so far. He struck a hit in game 1 and is looking to take a hit here. He almost got hit on that one off the shoe tops for ball 1.
Yeah, he wasn't moving out of the way of that. He wasn't.
I saw.
He wasn't
saw
fearful
that.
of getting hit right
The
there.
Logan, he was channeling his inner Turkus.
Yes. Yeah.
As should we all sometimes.
He's probably taken some notes from Logan.
Oh, there's absolutely. Yeah, I think this team. I mean, it's just so funny the disparity between his hit by pitch count. I mean, the next person up is 9.
Right.
So the huge disparity there. I mean, he holds that edge, and again talking to as that one goes in for the strike. Talking to Logan earlier, he says it's just part of the game for him. You know, he's not afraid of it, and he sees the ball so well. Being the catcher, he sees it and then gets up to the plate. He feels like he has a really big advantage, and as that one is laced into the right into center field here. Koch with his first hit of game 2, marks it 2 across both games. And now that brings up Bodie Calling to the plate. He's reached 3 times, none of which were a hit, 2 errors and a walk. So 2 errors defensively here for the Crusaders, 1 or 2, I should say, for the Black Raiders. And the throw on down didn't quite nab him there. Both teams, I should say, with 2 errors apiece. That one keeping them honest there. And at this point, yeah, try anything and everything you can. You really can't let anything move on. And again, this is a team that's had over 140 stolen bases on the season. And again, that stolen base count as we move the count here with 1 down and 1 out to 1 and 1. I will say the stolen base mark really high for Sioux City East, mainly because you get in situations, they have a ton of times where they have a runner at third. And not a lot of teams are going to try and risk that. So I'd be willing to bet a quarter, if not half, of their stolen bases have come in that type of scenario.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, they're a good base running team. They set themselves up for success.
The 1-2 is swung on, and the first strikeout for Rodriguez comes here in the 6th.
Yeah, nice curveball there by Rodriguez. Just got Calling to swing over the top of it. And speaking so 2 down here.
Speaking about Churkus, he steps up now. He has walked, and he has driven home a run. That happened in the very last inning. 2 down, runner on first, and a chance. I mean, if you get a hold of this one here, Koch has a good speed on him. He can run. And you can tell already there's been 3 throws to first and kind of a back off, hey, get back to your bag by Erickson there.
Yeah, Payton's not afraid to back pick, and he keeps an eye on the runners. I think especially in this scenario when you're down by 9, what do you have to lose? Just try and make something happen.
Exactly, as that goes in too far for ball 2. A score in every inning here for the Black Raiders, I should say, and if they would go ahead and add some more, that one does find its way into the outfield grass. We get a runner coming around onto third. And boy, stop me if you've heard this before. Runners on the corners for the Black Raiders.
Yeah, well, that was a good throw in by Gaswin, holding the runner at first base. He didn't overcommit to that play, just knowing, hey, we got 2 outs here. We got to keep that runner at first base and have a shot, maybe if there's a ground ball here right away.
So Koch stands on third. Trickus on first. A pinch runner anyway stands on first. Chamberlain back up to the plate. He's reached on a walk and also a bunt single.
Defensively here, I probably would have Beck playing in, maybe on that very edge of the grass, just defending that bunt.
I mean, the runner could take off, and I think there really wasn't going to be an attempt down there anyway.
And now he is. Well, he's backed up a little bit. But, just defending that bunt. If you want to play the 7th inning, I think you got to defend against the bunt. And
you have to.
And you have 2 outs here, so.
I mean, go after it. Just make that competitive pitch. That one sliced far and out of play. As we move the count here to 1-1. It's been all Sioux City East here in Game 2. They took Game 1 in a walk-off fashion on a walk-off fielder's choice. And they ended that one 2-1. Right now they're at 9-0 in Game 2. It started with a run in the first, and aside from the second inning, 3 runs in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth. It's just been scoring at will. And with runners at second and third, they have the opportunity to try and end this one just a little bit early. The pitch. That one gets lifted. That might be trouble out there in left field, but it will not. It will come down into the glove out there in left, and that is how she will write this half inning. So they held pat.
Good work by Rodriguez.
Held pat.
You worked out. You had a little bit of traffic, and you worked through it, and you had no runs in the inning. So that's a win. That's how you got to take it.
Exactly.
Young player, build off of that.
Exactly. He holds the hard-hitting Black Raider offense, Pat. They do not score a run for just the second time in this one. And we're going to head on over into the 7th. It's their last chance to try and get something rolling. We'll see if Heelan can scrape across enough runs. We'll be back after this.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back.
Top of 7,
There we
Gasman
go.
fouled the first pitch off straight back. for strike one. Now he swings through, second pitch for strike two.
And we do have a couple entries here. I had a couple texts here for the question, the trivia question, which, Chad, I'm always willing as the next pitch goes in there and moves the count here to 1-2. Again, the question simply stating here, there is one team to have drafted 2 Hall of Fame NFL quarterbacks. What team was that? Swing through on that one as Gaswant, he is set down on strikes here for the first out.
You're putting me on the spot.
I'll give you a hint.
I can't remember. Is it the team that drafted John Elway?
Yes, I believe so. Now it's in the, I'll give you the hint here. It's in the AL Central.
AL Central. Well, I'm trying to think.
AL Central
I just
team.
watched that John Elway.
You watched the documentary?
I watched the documentary, and I can't remember who drafted. I think he might have been drafted 2 times, though.
Yes, he was.
AL Central, huh?
Yeah, AL Central.
Like the modern day AL Central?
Yeah, the team that's modern day AL Central here.
Hmm.
And I will not let you see. That one gets hit really high as Knapp will have to just stroll on over to first. Koch with the catch as Knapp is set down on the pop-up. And now down to their final out here. Vickery trying to keep things rolling here for the Crusaders.
Is it the Twins?
It is not the Twins.
Detroit was my second pick.
It is not Detroit.
Oh, man.
I mean, yeah, you're getting close.
Man, well, I know all the teams in the AL Central, so I can just keep running them down, but I can't do that to myself.
I think just rattling them off. I'll give you the hint here. They did just sign a superstar to a couple years ago to a 7-year deal. And that one is off. And strikeout number 3. Strike number 3 that's in there. And boy, by my count, 10 strikeouts here for Bodie Calling and Company, who go ahead and take the victory. With that, we're going to take just a quick step aside. We're going to go ahead and reveal to Chad who is that team when we come back. And we're going to wrap things up when we're right back.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. We wrap things up here as we take a look at the line score here. And Chad, as we take a look at it, it was in game 2, all Sioux City East. 10 hits to produce 9 runs, both teams with a pair of errors, but it was 3 hits in the game here for Heelan, and that's all she wrote. And so, again,
yeah, Colin did his job. Really kept the Heelan hitters off balance all night, and really doing a good job of with his slider and fastball combo, and every once in a while throwing in a curveball in there. But it's what you expect. You saw tonight, Chamberlain and Calling. They're in postseason form. They're ready to go.
Yes, they are.
They were really good. Gas went postseason form. He's ready to go. He's looking really good. This is the best start of his season tonight, and that's what he needed to have happen to get him mentally ready for that next phase. And the Black Raiders, they are ready to go into the postseason. So look out. We're hoping that some Sioux City teams will make some noise, and some MRAC teams will make some noise in the postseason.
Again, we got to give a shout out here to Eric, who is the winner of our batting donut, which will be sent to you. Again, Eric, make sure to just hit us up at iabaseball1@gmail.com. And then you can go ahead and we'll get all that sent to where do we ship it to? Let us know. But again, here it is Sioux City East, 36 wins on the year. They produced 10 hits in the contest to get the win. Bishop Heelan, 23-12 on the campaign. And as we take a look at what's coming on up here, again, both teams rounding it off. Again, just a few games left on the schedule in regular season play. And as Chad mentioned, Sioux City Bishop Heelan, they take a home stand against Lewis Central before they're on the road against Denison, back home against Storm Lake in sub-state action. Meanwhile, for the Black Raiders, they have just one regular season game remaining. It is on the road as they travel to Harlan on July 6th before they get ready for their postseason battle against Sioux City West. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and thanks again, Chad Erickson and myself. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
I always appreciate when you guys come over to this side of the state and do a game or two like we did tonight.
Yeah.
And it's always fun getting together with you and getting to do this again. I enjoy it a lot, and I appreciate what IA Baseball has done for the state of Iowa. I think you guys have made the sport of baseball rise in the state. I think that's important, and I think you ought to be recognized for that. So thank you for what you do, and I appreciate you coming over. And who knows, maybe if the cards fall right, we'll get a chance to do another one maybe before everything's all said and done.
We've had some epic games.
Yeah, we sure have.
And glad we've been able to catch that, because some of those games you go, man, did it really happen? Yes, it sure did. Of course, last year, the epic game in the sub-state final was absolutely stellar. And again, really appreciate that. Again, it's always nice to have you, Chad, come along. It certainly is. A doubleheader is much more entertaining, and certainly a lot better with you in it. So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, not a problem. Happy to do it. You take care. Have a safe drive home.
As well as everybody out there, thanks again for tuning in. And as we like to say to wrap things up, until we see each other next time, stay safe on the base pass. Thanks, guys.